I know you had a
Welcome
great
back, welcome back,
holiday.
welcome back.
Merry
What's good? What's
Christmas.
good, family?
Happy
2025.
Hanukkah.
What's good?
Happy
Happy
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa,
Kwanzaa.
yeah, all
Whatever you
that.
celebrate. If you
Three
don't
Kings, all
celebrate,
that.
Happy Three
New
Kings
Year's,
Day.
all of that. Boxing
No,
All
Day,
that fly.
Freedom Street.
Boxers Day.
yeah, Boxing Day, all that,
Yeah, Freedom Street. I
all
know a lot of
that.
y'all was at Freedom Street, all of that. But we back. It's a
Happy
new
New
year.
Year.
Yeah,
Happy New Year,
Straight
fellas.
25.
sports, man. Straight sports,
All right,
more
happy New
success,
Year,
more
Make
fellas.
life.
sure y'all subscribe, tune
2025.
in.
Hit that like
Subscribe,
button,
like, comment,
subscribe.
share.
We
You
back.
know
We
what
back.
to do.
You
Yeah.
know, we had
Girl,
we had a
good.
little bye week.
Yeah, did
Yes.
y'all miss us? We back from our little vacation. Back for the
Happy
people.
holidays.
Now we ready to rock and roll playoff time, guys. Let's get this
It's
recap going
approaching.
and let's talk
Playoffs
about the
are
boys.
approaching. Yeah. So as y'all know, we had a bye week. So we're gonna recap week 16, get y'all up to speed. That was a Thursday night game. We had the Broncos visiting the Chargers. That game we had the Chargers winning 34-27. Our next game was a doubleheader, the first of a doubleheader on Saturday, which we had the Houston Texans visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. In that game, we had the Chiefs winning 27-19. Our next game was the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Baltimore Ravens. And in that game, we had the Ravens doubling the Pittsburgh Steelers 34-17. Next, we'll have our Sunday matchups, starting with the Los Angeles Rams visiting the New York Jets. In that game, we had the Rams winning 19-9. Our next game, NFC East division rivalry with the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Washington Commanders. In that game, we had the Washington Commanders winning 36-33. In our next game, we had the New York Giants visiting the Atlanta Falcons. In the blowout, the Falcons 34-7. In our next game, we had the Arizona Cardinals visiting the Carolina Panthers. In the overtime win, we had the Panthers winning that game 36-30. Our next game, AFC North matchup, we had the Cleveland Browns visiting the surging Cincinnati Bengals. We had the Bengals winning that game 24-6. Our next game was the Tennessee Titans visiting the Indianapolis Colts. In what could be considered a shootout, we had the Indianapolis Colts winning that game 38-30. Our next game was the Detroit Lions visiting the Chicago Bears. And in that game, we had the Lions doubling the Bears 34-17. Our next game was the Minnesota Vikings visiting the Seattle Seahawks. We had the Vikings winning that one in a nail biter 27-24. Our next game was the New England Patriots visiting the Buffalo Bills. In that game, we had the Bills winning 24-21. Our next game was the Jacksonville Jaguars visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. In that game, we had the Raiders winning 19-14. Our next game was the San Francisco 49ers visiting the Miami Dolphins. We had the Dolphins winning that game 29-17. Our next game was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers visiting America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. We had the Cowboys winning that game 26-24. On our final game, Monday night, we had the New Orleans Saints visiting the Green Bay Packers, and we had the Packers giving the Saints a donut and winning that game 34-0.
With cheese.
Smoke.
And with that being said, for our Week 16 final tally, we had Nero with 160 wins, 80 losses. Then we have Justin in second place with 157 wins, 83 losses. Then we have Cheese with 150 wins and 90 losses. And then we have White with 147 wins, 93 losses. Now, for our Week
More wins than
17
losses.
recap.
Wait,
Whichever
hold
you
on.
should be
Before you
more
go to week
familiar with.
17, hold on, Steve.
Talk to me.
Before you go to week 17, we got to highlight that Eagles-Commanders matchup. That was crazy. Jaden Daniels
It
went
was.
crazy. We got to
It
highlight
was.
that Miami-Niners matchup. White was talking crazy like how Miami will be dirt in his division, and he took an L. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Jaden Daniels definitely locked up the Rookie of the Year with that W. So that that definitely needed to be
He
touched.
came for the AFC East the whole episode before. But anyway, what else happened that week that was important?
Your division is nice, right?
Nah, yeah, you just that.
Your division is nice or no?
Really just comes down to the fact that your team is just that
Is your
bad.
division nice, Nero?
We just as good as the NFC West. That's what we are.
Yo, Just Castro, if your division is good.
We just as good as the NFC West.
I mean, what's the Dolphins in our division right now? What's their ranking?
They got a chance to make the playoffs. The Niners don't. They've been out of it. So, anyways, yeah, let's move on to the next week.
Y'all all answered my question for me. Thanks.
That's it. Are we done? We done with week 16?
We done or we finished?
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Niners was done in week 16.
We did that before the game started. We got eliminated. That's what happened. But we can move on.
All right. Now that we got that out the way.
Your division.
Week 17 recap. We're going to kick it off with the first of our doubleheader on Christmas Day. We had the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in that game, we had the Chiefs winning 29-10. Talk about it.
Chiefs clinched the first seed, home field advantage. They played their last two matchups. They needed to win.
Steelers, man. We're not gonna talk about the Steelers and how
the
they
Steelers is on like a 5-game losing streak. Yeah, 5 games scared the Steelers, right? That game Christmas Day, Russ played horrible. 205 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception.
10 points.
Was that the game?
10 points at home is not good.
Was that the game where he was running into the end zone and got popped and fumbled? Or was that 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that was this week, this game? Yeah.
Yes. Slide, Russ.
Slide, Russ. You're not a young man anymore, brother. Protect that ball. But yeah, I'm here looking at the stats. The Steelers Kansas City, if it's anything they got trouble with on defense is stopping the run. Najee Harris had 13 carries for 74 yards. Unless Pittsburgh was playing catch-up, they should have been running the ball more.
Steelers won in week 14, so just to correct.
They're not on a 5-game skid? All right.
No, that's made up.
3-game skid.
We don't make up things.
They've been there on the slide.
5-game losing streak.
The number I didn't know, but they definitely been losing. And just more so this game, I ain't really talking about what they've been doing, but to only put up 10 points at home against the Chiefs team.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, Russ, they scored a touchdown. It got called back. The next play, Russ throws an interception in the end zone. I think that was the big turning point in this game. But
yeah, whatever.
Chiefs win. A lot of time.
Chiefs, I'm about to say Chiefs win, of course, 29-10. Next game, we had the Baltimore Ravens visiting the Houston Texans in a blowout. The Ravens win 31-2. Talk about
the Beyonce Bowl. Beyonce performed at halftime. That's the only thing that was entertaining about this game. Lamar cooked these chumps.
So about the Steelers look bad. The Texans been looking bad.
The Texans, I'm about to say, like, what's up?
Texans been looking shaky all season. If they wasn't in the same division with the Jaguars and the Titans, right? They're in the AFC South with them. They'd be in trouble.
They were balling early though when they
9-7. They 9-7. So
injuries have hit them too. They're down
3.
2 out of their 3 best receivers. Yeah, so
yeah.
It's been a tough season for them, but they still,
2 out of their 3.
They going to the playoffs though, so we'll see them. We'll talk about them. For our next game, Thursday game, we had the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Chicago Bears in a abysmal. Just I don't know what to call this kind of game.
Was it raining?
But
I'm seeing the score. Was this
6-3?
Was this a Rams 49ers situation? I just want to know that question because I didn't watch the game. Was the weather horrible?
No, I don't think so.
Just the gameplay was horrible. I don't
know.
Which one was it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It was NFC
I'm just
West.
upset.
It was bad NFC West football versus the worst team in the other side. That's what it was.
I'm bad. I'm mad. It was 2 black quarterbacks responsible for this horrible showing. We got Gino and Caleb putting on a show like that in a standalone game.
It goes beyond that. I just don't like seeing bad football. I don't care who's playing green, black, white, yellow.
They set our race back 50 years.
Play some good football, man. Jeez. Moving on. Our first game of our Saturday triple header, we had the Los Angeles Chargers visiting the New England Patriots. In another blowout, we had the Chargers winning 40-7. Talk about it.
Patriots, that's a gimme. The Patriots aren't good. Patriots ain't good. They should have lost that game.
Big May looking good, and McConkey looks like Herbert's finally doing a little something.
J.K. Dobbins is back. 19 carries, 76 yards.
That was a difference.
Good.
Definitely a difference.
Chargers was run heavy early until those running backs got hurt.
Patriots is dirt. NFC East, NFC least.
AFC East. Come on, man.
They both 2 black divisions.
Stay on point, man. Stay on point.
2 bad divisions.
Moving on, we got the Denver Broncos visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. In the overtime game, we had the Bengals winning 30-24. Talk about it.
That was a shootout. Jamar Chase cooked. Joe Burrow cooked. Trying to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Trying.
But that defense sucks.
Bengals is surging.
Perfect example of how bad their defense is that touchdown that they caught with 8 seconds left to send the game into overtime. Like,
I don't know. It's 1 week left.
We're
gonna see if it's too little, too late. But let's see what happens.
For the final
game, a lot of help to get in.
For the final game of our triple header, we had the Arizona Cardinals visiting the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC West matchup. We had the Rams winning that one 13-9. Talk about it.
Rams won the division, wrapped up the cards.
Was that a bad weather game? 13-9. What was it? A slugfest?
It was in LA. It can't be bad weather.
Division football. That's it.
Just bad NFC West football. That's what we talking about here.
Division, baby. Right. Said they wasn't gonna win that game easy, so
it was definitely a tight one.
Murray needed to step it up because he could have did a lot.
Oh, that's the one where Murray threw the ball off of McBride's helmet to seal the deal with the pick in the end zone. Yeah, that was bad.
There was a few chance to win that. Yeah, they had chances.
Got to take some of that, take some mustard off of that, Murray. Put some touch on it.
Moving on to our Sunday games.
The floater.
We got the New York Jets visiting the Buffalo Bills, and the blowout. We got the Bills winning 40-14. Talk about it.
Had to bring the brooms out. That's all. Sweep, sweep, sweep.
I just want to say thank you to Tyrod, because if they would have beat us and left us on 0, I'd have had to hear Nero talk all off season. So Aaron Rodgers, thanks for nothing. Tyrod,
that was our
black man, good looking, B.
You know what I mean?
Good look at Tyrod for putting up 2 tutties on them chumps.
You thought Tyrod was gonna come back to Buffalo and not put up them tutties?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Listen, I got no love for my man Tyrod. He brought y'all back to the playoffs after 18 years.
Don't start that.
18 years of horrible football. And my man, the thanks he get is y'all shoving him out the door, B. Treating him like yesterday's news, man. Horrible.
He clearly playing better than your starter. Like, something going on. I don't know. That's what you gotta be worried about. Fix that. Get that right. Y'all might want to start him next week.
What we gonna fix? We gonna fix. What we gonna fix for one game, B? Come on, man. The season over. Tyrod might not even be on the roster next year, but I just want to thank him for his service and putting up touchdowns against the Bills.
For our next game,
Deion Coleman, though.
Hold up. Last thing I wanted to add: Aaron Rodgers, 1 touchdown away from 500. He's going for it next week.
Yo, he been 1 touchdown away from 500 for 2 weeks, and he keep trying to force the ball to Vontae for that 500th, and that's why we getting cooked because our offense ain't looking good because he want to get. It's very, very selfish individual football coming from my quarterback, B. He want his 500 touchdown to come to the person he wanted to go to. So, but listen, the season's over.
If you're talking bad about A-Rod, make sure you state your back status. You heard what he told you, all right?
What happened?
I said, if you're going to start talking crazy about A-Rod on this show, make sure you state your vax status like he said.
Oh, I'm not vax, A-Rod, and I'll punch you in your mouth. I mean, just
no, he
know
won't,
that.
A-Rod. No, he won't, A-Rod.
Right in your 40-year-old
He's a hard-working man, A-Rod.
Mouth.
Don't listen to him, A-Rod. He's a hard-working
I'll put you in the dark, for real, A-Rod. He set us back 2 years.
He got to support his family.
I'll put you in the darkness.
He can't be in jail, A-Rod. And he can't pay no fines.
Darkness for real, A-Rod.
He can't pay no lawsuits if you sue him, A-Rod. So just
chill out, B.
Yo, A-Rod, tune in.
He's just talking. He's just upset. Moving on.
Yo, what my man May said, yo, A-Rod, I'd choke you out, B. Stop playing with me.
Chill out. He's playing, A-Rod.
4-12 is that crazy?
He is not Mace.
Devontae Adams?
Nah, going 4-12 with Devontae Adams?
He left his 4-12 Raiders team to go to the 4-12 Jets.
Yeah, because he wanted to be with his bestie. Would you want to be 4-12 with a stranger or 4-12 with your man White?
I'm hearing it both out the door. I'm just saying. I know I'm an insider. I be hearing things.
I would assume that if A-Rod is gone, Devontae is going with him. I would like to keep Devontae.
Credible. I'm going to, for the 3rd time, request to move along to the next game. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Next game, we had the Tennessee Titans visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we had the Jacksonville Jaguars winning that game 20-13. Talk about it.
I don't think there's nothing to talk about, but congrats to the Jacksonville Jaguars for winning another game.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nobody else? Crickets?
Yeah, you
usually win one game a year. So I'm like, yo, it's easy they win again.
Moving on.
That was Mason Rudolph versus Mac Jones. Yeah, nothing to talk about here.
For our next game, we got the Carolina Panthers visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And another blowout, we got the Buccaneers winning 48-14. Talk about it.
Shout out to that boy Mike Evans for helping my boys win the fantasy championship. Let's go, Mike.
Baker, 359 yards, 5 touchdowns.
We chippy, Mike. Let's go. What's for you?
Me and White was talking about it early, a couple days ago. We was asking who's the best rookie running back, and we couldn't think of none off the top of our head. And then I remember Bucky Irvin is a rookie this year, and Bucky been cooking. So
shout out to Bucky Irvin. You got Mike Evans. McMillan is eating. I think they're going to be a scary team to face in the playoffs, the Buccaneers. Shout out to Baker Mayfield.
From the NFC. Team come from the NFC in that first round, trying to overlook the Buccaneers. They could end up like the Eagles last year in the first round. So it's not going to be an easy out in the first round for whoever played them.
Moving on. For our next game, we had the Las Vegas Raiders visiting the New Orleans Saints. In that game, we had the Raiders winning 25-10. Talk about it.
Did the Raiders only win because the Giants won and they knew they would still get the first pick? Or are these teams just so bad they don't know how to even lose right?
Patriots got the first pick right now, and this game is worthless. Like, besides playoff position, like you said.
Because the Patriots keep knowing how to lose. That's why the Patriots got the first pick. But the first pick was the Raiders and the Giants to lose, and they lost it this week by winning games. They can't even lose right. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta win.
I've been in that position a couple years ago too. We was lined up to have the first pick, and then the Jets want to win 2 out of the 3, and get we won. You play to win the game. You just played yourself out of the first pick. Congratulations.
Moving on to our next game, we had the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Philadelphia Eagles, and yet again another blowout. We got the Eagles winning 41-7. Talk about it.
First and foremost, shout out to Saquon for topping 2,000 yards, 9th player in NFL history.
South Bronx.
I personally think he should have went for it this upcoming week against the Giants. I guess we're going to touch on that in our predictions, but shout out to him for hitting 2,000. And how about them Cowboys, yo?
Jerry, how about the Cowboys?
What do we expect from them, really?
It's a division game. I wouldn't expect a blowout. I wasn't expecting 40 whatever to 7, but it is backup quarterbacks and
Season's over. It's harder to get up there.
Eagles is rolling. Shout out to the Eagles for rolling. They're doing their thing. Saquon got them looking nice.
Yeah, they did that. They play with their backup too, like.
Yeah, Pickens.
Would have been
nice. Everybody else stepped up.
That's all I can say.
It's not like they playing Pickett by choice. Hurts is out with a concussion. He in concussion protocol. They might have played it a little safer just because they knew they was playing. Yeah, maybe, but it's not like they just sat him to sit him. But shout out to Pickett for getting that W. It's not even a shout out. He was 10 for 15 for 143 and 1 touchdown. But no turnovers, so.
Yeah, the team played well. Moving on. You got the Indianapolis Colts visiting the New York Giants. In that game, in the upset, I would say, we had the Giants winning 45-33. Talk about it.
That's what you were saying. Giants lost their number 1 pick. They were supposed to be getting Shador. Shador had the cleats. It was supposed to be buzzing, and then the Giants won, and now the city's tight.
I heard the city's tight, but the Giants might not be tight. They only had 2 black quarterbacks in their whole history, and that's in the last, 10 years? Geno Smith and Tyrod Taylor. So do they really want Shador? That's the buzz I'm hearing. Or did they really want Shador? But nah, they should pick him. That's just me being dumb. They should have lost. They should have picked Shador. He's probably the best. Him and Cam Ward is the 2 best prospects. They need quarterback. Like I said, they played themselves. They played themselves out of the number 1 pick and overall played themselves. Congratulations. You played yourself. Giants.
Moving on to our next game, we got the Miami Dolphins visiting the Cleveland Browns. In that game, we got the Dolphins winning 20-3. Talk about it.
They won that with their backup too, right? Is it Huntley? Is they backup, or is one of those quarterbacks from last year?
It's Huntley, but they play in the Browns, so
Browns defense is supposed to be good.
Yeah, it is good.
The Browns play DTR, right?
But they got a lot of L's. You always your record says you.
Nah, the Browns aren't a good team, but I did think their defense was still good.
The defense is good. It's led by the number 1 pick.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Gotta respect him.
He's a beast. He's
or he
definitely
leads
a
that
beast.
defense. He makes that defense a problem. But yeah, Dolphins win 20-3. Cleveland not that good this year, as usual. Moving on.
Speaking of Cleveland, my bad. I heard Deshaun Watson is going to restructure his contract at the end of the season. I don't know what that means, but I definitely saw that somewhere.
I don't think they want him.
That's the only chance of him staying on that team is to restructure. They wasn't going to keep him with all that guaranteed money.
Let's see how that goes. Moving on to our next game, we got the Green Bay Packers visiting the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North matchup. And we got the Vikings winning that game 27-25. Talk about it.
But Sam Darnold for MVP, man. That's all I'm saying. It needs some real buzz. Like, I know I was one of the first people to bring it up a couple weeks ago, but if you look at his numbers, I'm being dead serious now. It's like 6 quarterbacks to ever throw for 4,000 yards and have a 14-win season. And not only is he one of them, he did it in a 16 games. He didn't need a 17th game. So there shouldn't be no asterisks next to it. He's up in the top. He's in the top 6 in every major statistical category. And if they beat Detroit this week, he's going to finish number 1 in the NFC East. He definitely needs some consideration for MVP if he's not the MVP. That's all I'm going to say. I think Lamar's the MVP personally. But Sam Darnold definitely y'all need to put some respect on his name, B.
Anybody else want to talk about the game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers?
Oh, and that game was a blowout. It wasn't as close as the score would indicate, the final score. They was up like 21-10 at one point, 21-7 or something like that. Vikings definitely made the Packers made a push.
That's clearly the best division in football, and it's gonna be interesting this playoffs. That's it.
Moving on.
I think the Vikings. Hold on. I think the Vikings should stay with Sam Darnold or let him walk this season and go with J.J. McCarthy.
I would stay with Sam Darnold, but we did draft J.J. McCarthy pretty high, so either way,
you got him on a rookie contract.
I think either way, they're gonna be a good team regardless.
I mean, we can't play dumb. Darnold is eating because of the coaching staff and the skill players on the Vikings. It's not like if you put him with the Jags or something, he'd be putting up these same numbers. I ain't stupid, but those people ain't going nowhere. I say you keep him on that team. You still got JJ on the rookie contract for however long, for the next 4 years after this. He was a first-round pick. You got the rights to him for 5 years. If Sam Darnold come back down to earth, you get him out of here and you see what JJ got. I think that's the smart way to play it personally.
It's just that he's going to command so much money. That's the only problem.
Because if he don't,
crazy season.
If he has another great season, you got to keep him. He's still kind of young.
Yeah, 27, coming off one of his best seasons.
About to Kirk Cousins it.
Oh.
He's smart, yeah.
But yeah, moving on to our next game, which might have been the greatest game of the week. We had the Atlanta Falcons visiting the Washington Commanders in the rookie-on-rookie duel, which went to overtime. We had the Commanders winning 30-24. Talk about it.
I like
Penix to answer at quarterback. That's what I was gonna say. Is he the future of the Falcons?
I've always liked Penix, but it was my first real time seeing him do what he got to do. I don't know. Jaden Daniels is just too nice. That's the bottom line.
That's it.
I did not know he had 16 carries for 127 yards. Yeah, Jaden beasted that game. He threw for 3 touchdowns and he ran for 127 yards.
Yeah, he put the team on his back.
Then he went to the basketball game with his moms the next day.
He broke the rookie rushing record.
Go watch the Knicks. Come on, mama.
He definitely rookie of the year. He solidified rookie of the year that game. But that was definitely a good game.
Yeah, Eagles gonna have some problems next year. Yeah, he coming for that. Jalen Hurts, he's clearly Jaden Daniels clearly better, I think.
Yeah. I think Jaden Daniels is a way better thrower of the football than Jalen Hurts. That's a fact.
He run the ball better too.
Yeah.
He's frail. That's the one knock on him. He's a good runner, but he's small.
So is Lamar.
Jalen Hurts. That's a fact too, Steve. That's a fact. I agree.
Those are the greatest
and
ones.
He's young. And he's young too, so he got some pause, grown man weight to put on too. But that's the only knock. I'll give Jalen Hurts being a better runner just because he's bigger, pause, and stronger. But this the NFL. Everybody big and strong. You see how Hurts got concussed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no.
He's big and strong, but it's big and strong.
Don't
pause
matter,
everywhere. Yep.
Matter. Well, yeah, man. Jaden. Rookie of the year for sure. For our final game, Monday night game, we had the Detroit Lions visiting the San Francisco 49ers. And we got the Detroit Lions winning that game 40-34. Talk about it.
It was a good game.
A lot of guys was getting hurt that game. Detroit, they're limping into the playoffs.
That's an understatement. Sure. They got what? 11 to 15. 11 to 15 major contributors on their roster is hurt right now.
Pretty much the whole starting defense is out of here. Pretty much on every level of defense, they got at least one star out.
But the dude that pretty much wrapped up the Niners, he leads the league in interceptions, right? I forget his name, but he had 2 picks on Purdy. Mm-hmm. I think he had 7 by like week 11, and then hadn't had any, and then this week he got 2. But yeah, White, what's up? You don't got nothing to say about your game? What happened? Y'all out the playoffs, so you don't talk about them no more? We spending too much time on it? All right, my bad.
The whole recap.
That's that.
All right, so I guess that's the end of the recap.
That's it. Kirby Joseph.
That's the one who cooked the bum Niners. That's why White don't want to talk. I'm going to keep it real. He don't want to talk because his team is out the playoffs. They had the lead. Detroit came back and smoked their boots.
Yes. Welcome back. Str8 Sports, where you get your number 1 picks. Y'all know what it is. We're going to get into our final
finale, baby. That's what it is.
NFL week, regular season. So sad to see you go. We're going to kick it off with our first game of our Saturday doubleheader, our AFC North doubleheader. And we got the Cleveland Browns 3-13 visiting the Baltimore Ravens at 11-5. And in that game, we got the Ravens favorite at minus 20.5.
Nah, I thought that was a typo. Yo, they got a college spread for this game, 20.5.
We are God.
I mean,
I guess I got
not
the Ravens
if I pick the Bears.
You just waste an hour on it. That's it.
Shout out Lamar. I think we all got Lamar on this black quarterback, black excellence.
Let's just hear it.
The black quarterback in Cleveland.
Lamar across the board.
The mute point.
I mean, all right. So MVP, my fault. MVP
Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar. Okay, everybody Baltimore across the board. For our second game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals 8-8 visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers 10-6. In that game, we have the Bengals at minus 2.5. Who you got?
I got the Bengals.
They need this one, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They need help.
But they need it.
And I got the Bengals too. I just think this is one of those games about what you was talking about earlier, Steve. Like the Steelers really need to show up. So like, see what happens with them. I think they plan on showing up this week. I think Tomlin's gonna have them ready.
Yeah, I got the Bengals.
Yeah, give me Cindy. Cincinnati.
Cincy across the board. Cool. For our next game, we got the Houston Texans 9-7 visiting the Tennessee Titans 3-13. Who you got? Gotta ask.
Houston. The bounce truck.
Houston.
They've been on rocky roads.
Texans better win this game. I got the Texans.
Yeah, they better win. Titans is dirt.
Texans across the board. For our next game, we got the Carolina Panthers at 4-12 visiting the Atlanta Falcons at 8-8. Who you got?
It's a must win for y'all man Penix or whatever if he's good or not. Because if they lose this game, it's quiet. Going with the Falcons.
Bryce Young been looking good lately. I think that's going to be a decent matchup, actually. But yeah, I think the Falcons are a better team. Let's go with the Falcons.
Yeah, ETL, shorty.
If the Panthers had Hubbard, if Chuba Hubbard was healthy, I would pick the Panthers. But no Chuba Hubbard, I'm gonna give it to the Falcons.
Falcons across the board. For our next game, we have the New Orleans Saints 5-11 visiting the Tampa Bay Bucks 9-7. Who you got?
Tampa Bay about to go crazy this game. That's my prediction.
Baker.
Sound like some good prediction.
Mike Evans going for 1,000 yards.
Oh, excuse me, fellas.
Mike Evans in for a big payday.
Excuse me. The Tennessee Titans at home hosting the Texans. Tennessee was favored at 1.5. The Panthers game visiting the Falcons. The Falcons are favored 7.5. And for the Saints visiting the Bucks are favored at 13.5. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, it's not going to change anything. Bucks is still going to be,
Tennessee is favored. I wonder why.
Yeah. I wonder why too.
Tennessee
Maybe because they might be sitting. Houston might be sitting guys out. I think they got that division.
The division's wrapped up already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's
definitely wrapped up. They play in the division with Tennessee, Jacksonville, and Indy.
Yeah. All right. For our next game, we got the Buffalo Bills 13-3 visiting the New England Patriots 3-13. We got the Buffalo Bills at -2.5. Who you got?
Got the Bills.
Josh Allen is just gonna play the first series just so he can keep his consecutive game star streak alive, which I totally respect. And I still think the Bills is gonna win. I think the Patriots is a good enough organization to know we gotta lose. We gotta lose, yo.
Yeah, they got the number 1 pick. It would be crazy to win this game.
Wow. Buffalo across the board. For our next game, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars 4-12 visiting the Indianapolis Colts 7-9. We have the Colts at -5. Who you got?
Indy.
Flacco, right?
Give me the Jags.
I don't know who's starting this game. Flacco started last game.
But, Jags probably could win this.
That's too much winning. That's too much winning for the Jags.
Yeah, they won last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, give me Indy. I'm gonna go with Indy. Even though the Jags, it's a division game
Too many
of
wins.
2 bad teams. Yeah, I'm gonna still go with the Colts.
Yeah, Colts. Let's go Colts. All right.
Indy across the board.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next game. You got the Washington Commanders 11-5 visiting the Dallas Cowboys 7-9. You got Washington at -6. Who you got?
I'm gonna
Washington.
read. I'm gonna
How
touch
about
on
the
this topic
Cowboys,
again.
Jerry? Come
You
on,
going
man.
Cowboys, Nero?
Rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels.
Nah, I
JD.
said Washington, but you still got to show love to Cowboys.
Oh.
They're America's team.
Shout out to Bo Nix. It was a
They
good
just
race.
hurt right now. They banged up. They out of it.
Entertaining to the end. Washington, easy.
Yo, black quarterback that wear number 5.
Washington across the board. Got it. For our next game, we got the New York Giants 3-13 visiting the Philadelphia Eagles 13-3. You got the Eagles at -3. Who you got?
Giants in a must lose.
I can see the Giants winning this game,
I
man. They
think
gotta lose it. The Eagles are sitting starters. They sitting Saquon, no Jalen Hurts. I'm sure they're gonna sit the receivers. I think they sitting starting no linemen. They still should win and probably will win, but the Giants is just so stupid they'll win this game. Go
I
from
got
like
the
the second or third
Giants.
pick to the 6th.
Who we got?
I got the Eagles.
I got the Eagles. I got the Eagles.
Still
Still got the Eagles. The Giants.
Giants still gonna win though. Giants is gonna find a way to mess up the pack and win.
Giants
Eagles across the board.
please.
Eagles across the board.
Yeah, we got the Eagles.
For our next game, we have the Chicago Bears 4-12 visiting the Green Bay Packers 11-5. The Packers are favorite -10. Who you got?
Green Bay, Mississippi.
Green Bay, Mississippi. You got the Packers sentence people or something? Why they only favored by so little?
I got the Packers because the Bears are gonna play and they're gonna try at least. And you know what I'm saying? Like the Bears still got pieces, they got talent, but they just playing bad football. So I go with the Packers.
We believe in love.
Green Bay, Mississippi.
Packers across the board. For our next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks 9-7 visiting the Los Angeles Rams 10-6. You got Seattle favorite at -6.5. Who you got?
Give me the Rams.
I'm going Rams.
So I assume the Rams are sitting players. That's why Seahawks is, and I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. They're gonna win the game.
Big payday weekend for Geno Smith. I heard if he throw for like 180 something yards, he's getting paid. So
Yeah, I heard that too.
I don't know.
I don't know how many people are the Rams sitting.
Y'all know y'all heard that. I sent that to y'all fellas. You know.
I sent it to you, but anyway.
Get those in. Get those in.
This guy here. Anyways, let's rock and roll. Let's go with the Seattle Seahawks for the win in the weak NFC West.
All right. For our next game, we got the Miami Dolphins 8-8 visiting the New York Jets 4-12. You got Miami favorite at -1. Who you got?
Jets by 50. We're gonna do exactly what I've been fronting on the other teams.
They don't play in the cold.
Go out and win a game that we shouldn't win, but we're gonna win.
They don't play in the cold.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
The Bills is the only team sweeping us this year.
Is it cold? You think Tua and these little chumps could come down in this weather we've been having the last couple days and play productive football?
It's only getting colder. It's only getting colder.
Number 5.
It's only getting colder, baby.
Yeah, no. That only go for good quarterbacks. Jaden just got in the league. Huntley's a journeyman. I said it, Jets by
I know you
50.
got the Jets.
Yeah,
I have to pick Huntley. Narrow.
Honestly,
Miami needs this win. No,
They
no,
do.
no
yeah,
offense.
Miami
Yo,
could go to the playoffs if they win.
Paige.
But how
I
much
want
you
us
really
to
get
lose so we could
25?
get a better pick. Don't tell my man Herm I said that. I want us to lose for our draft position.
Yeah, how does
But-
Miami make the playoffs?
Huh?
I know if we lose to Miami, Cincinnati doesn't make the playoffs.
Bengals gotta lose. Yeah. And who else? Some other team.
I know Cincinnati needs to win. They need Kansas City to win.
Denver lose, Bengals lose, Miami win, Miami's in. I heard. I believe.
And that's how Cincinnati gets in. If the Dolphins lose and the Broncos lose, Cincinnati wins, they get in.
And Broncos get in if they win.
And Broncos win.
Broncos is winning in.
All the Broncos got to do is win, and they in. They
Bengals
control their own destiny.
Miami and Broncos to lose.
Miami Jets, who y'all got?
I got Miami.
Miami.
Right.
Unless my boy Tyrod is playing now, it's a
Aaron Rodgers is playing. And
Aaron is playing. This might be his last game. He already acknowledged this might be his last game. He's gonna get 500 tutties.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good day in New York.
For our next game,
Let's go Jets.
For our next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, 15-1, visiting the Denver Broncos, 9-7, and we have the Broncos favorite at -10.5. Who you got?
Broncos, Chiefs sitting everybody. They're trying to lose the game on purpose.
Yeah, Broncos should win that.
Yo, Carson Wentz for the W. Let's go, Chiefs. Yo, Carson Wentz for the W, baby. And Carson, we trust.
Who you got,
feel me?
Denver.
Yo, and Carson, we trust. You know how close he was to being the MVP before?
Yo,
y'all wear this?
So trash, bro. I just wanted to tell him personally that you were trash. Life. I mean, we don't want you ever to come on this show, ever.
Carson Wentz, baby. Gonna beat the Broncos. Remember where you heard it first.
Carson Dents about to catch this W.
That means the Bengals is in, Chuck, by your picking.
Yeah, Jets win. Kansas City win.
Now, if you get Joe Burrow if you wish Joe Burrow in there, that's crazy work.
Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all. Then he gets the MVP vote because he just got the
For our next game, we got Los Angeles Chargers 10-6 visiting the Las Vegas Raiders 4-12. You got the Chargers favorite at -4. Who you got?
Chargers.
Just because of Harbaugh.
They're the better team.
Chargers.
Yeah, they're the better team.
I just think even with them, probably maybe let's say they rest players or whatever, like Harbaugh's still gonna have them playing.
For our next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers 6-10 visiting the Arizona Cardinals 7-9. We have the Cardinals favorite at -4.5. Who you got?
Going with the Cardinals. The Niners need to lose this game. But Dobbs is starting, so he might be trying to win the game. So
he the rocket scientist, right? Dobbs is the rocket scientist.
But Dobbs will keep you next year as a backup still. We don't need you to win this game.
Yo, you seen that from them commercials when they call the backup in? Dre's laughing.
Yeah.
Who they got doing
he's
taxes?
A good backup.
Is the quarterback Brissett? They got Brissett coming in to finish the taxes.
Yeah, Jacoby.
Arizona across the board.
Dobbs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arizona. Even though the Niners is the type of franchise that don't lose games on purpose, so they might come out.
Nah, Dobbs is gonna try to win the game though, honestly. But it's just like for playoffs. I mean, we out the playoffs for draft seeding. We need this L. That'll help. But if we win, it doesn't matter. But it just put us in a better position. We might be able to get like a top 10 pick.
And for our final game of the regular season, our Sunday night game, we have the Minnesota Vikings, 14-2, visiting the Detroit Lions, also 14-2. We have the Lions favorite in that game, -3. Who you got?
Is this one for all the marbles?
This one is for all the marbles.
Number 1 seed in the
or
NFC.
number 5 seed.
Dang, so you gotta be the number 1 seed and you gotta ball out and go hard in the last week. It's rough over there. That is a crazy division.
If you win this game, you get a bye week first week of the playoffs, though.
Nice.
And this is billed as the biggest and best regular season game in NFL history.
This is the best regular season game of the season by far. Bills Patriots was close. I mean, Bills Chiefs was close.
Nah, you didn't hear what I said. NFL history. I'm trying
you
to
said all time.
Been
yeah.
a matchup of 2 teams with 15
2 14-win teams. Yeah, that's a fact.
15 wins. This late in the season. 15-win teams.
Nah, they both 14-2.
14.
Whoever wins this game is going to win the 15th game.
All right, so whoever, that's what it is. So whoever wins this wins 15. It's never been a record like that.
14-win teams this year. The Vikings lucky. They just dodged us.
Who y'all got?
I got the Vikings.
I'm going with the MVP, like Nero. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Nero's smart. He know it.
The first seed.
Everybody going Minnesota.
Yeah.
Super Bowl contenders.
And hold on, I'm picking the Vikings, but I don't think it's an easy win. It's going to be a good game. It's a division game between 2 14-win teams. It's going to be a really good
game.
How's it going to be an easy game?
Detroit is going to have trouble with that Minnesota wide receiving core.
Just don't throw it to Kirby Joseph, baby.
Just don't throw it to Kirby.
Don't throw it to the Joseph.
Nah, I think Sam. No, I mean, hold on.
He got two.
If Justin Jefferson over there, yeah, I just want to say also, the way we talked about the Vikings in the beginning of the year should also contribute to. It should make us appreciate what Sam Darnold is doing more. Because in the beginning of the year, we was like, yeah, he won't stand a chance. Like oh man,
that's not true at all. I told you since the beginning of the year that
you and I said if he focuses on Justin Jefferson and just throws jump ball, he's played way better than I thought he would. Yeah, but I said he got one of the best receivers in the league.
That jet bias, Steve got still, but you at least let it go. But like Sam been balling all year.
It's not jet bias though. That's what you gotta understand. It's USC quarterbacks.
Well,
USC,
my man don't like USC quarterbacks.
I talk about them all the same way. It's not just Sam Darnold, Sanchez, Caleb.
I personally always like Sam Darnold. I think we didn't surround him.
Caleb is good.
He ain't looking good.
Darnold is good. Like
he ain't looking good. He ain't looking good.
He is looking good. He is a rookie.
No, he's not. What do you mean? Jalen Daniels is looking good.
No, Jalen Daniels is looking outstanding.
That's who's looking good.
I don't know why Caleb is getting his pass, but he's not looking good.
He ain't looking good at all.
Y'all just be chatting.
I seen people compare his rookie numbers.
He's not winning, but that's all right, because he's a rookie and he gained all this good experience.
Yeah, and he's playing pretty good.
I haven't seen.
He's had way more bad plays.
I've watched his. Yeah, I've looked at his stats throughout the year and some of his games, and it's been not good.
He's doing what every really good college quarterback does when they come into the league and they're not having success. He's trying to do the same stuff he did in college. You can't hold the ball and run around and extend plays the way you did at USC because everybody, like we said earlier, everybody's bigger, faster. They just as fast as you. I mean, like
3,400 yards,
freestyle,
19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's it. Whatever y'all want to see.
Yeah, that's not good.
And
Yeah.
what's the wins and losses? 4 or 5.
His
Four
team is playing
wins.
bad.
4 or 5
16
wins.
His team
Caleb
is playing
Williams.
bad. He played. You know what I mean?
So you can't sit here and tell me that Josh Allen is going to win MVP because of his wins and losses, because that's a quarterback stat.
16 and 28.
And then sit here and tell me the losses don't go to Caleb Williams.
Seattle.
Now, did you hear that, Nero? We're not gonna sit here and act like wins and losses is a quarterback stat when we talk about Josh, Lamar, Mahomes. We just talk about Sam Darnold having 14 wins. That's why he should be considered. And then you're gonna read me Caleb's stats and say, "Oh, but those 4 losses, those 4 wins and 12 losses ain't his fault." If wins and losses is a quarterback stat, he got 4 wins.
You know that, like, this Lamar Jackson never passed for this many yards. His rookie, second year, third year. Only last year was the first time he reached that mark. With Caleb.
And right now he's about to become
He's
Caleb Williams. Hold on.
He's the
Lamar Jackson's rookie year.
Yards once again.
Name Lamar Jackson's best offensive weapon his rookie year. Y'all name it.
Bro, there's 3 really good rookie quarterbacks.
No. I didn't ask about that. I asked about coming into the season. Caleb Williams was predicted to take the Bears to the playoffs because they thought the Bears had so much talent. He had Keenan Allen at wide receiver. He got the other dude that just came from Carolina that's a certified number 2. They drafted a rookie that's supposed to DJ Moore. They drafted what's his name? The kid, the wide receiver, top 10. A beast. They got the running back that came from Detroit. Swift had his best year of his career in Detroit last year.
Yards is not nothing to snooze at, though, bro. That's all.
It's not, but he came into the league with what people thought was some of the best weapons a rookie quarterback has had, maybe in the history of the NFL. They said this is the best position.
I don't get your point.
That he's underachieved. He got 16 touchdowns with all those skill level players we just said, and 4 wins.
Right.
He underachieved.
What are Aaron Rodgers' numbers right now?
Better than Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams supposedly got a better team. I don't know if Nero got froze or what, but I don't think you can keep that face for that long.
You telling him that the Bears got a better team or more talent or whatever than the Jets when he got to hear all year what y'all have is why he's not.
Yeah, coming into the season, everybody would have said is wins a quarterback stat.
It's a team stat and it's a QB stat too. Yeah.
It's like that's what I'm saying. We accounting all. Josh Allen is gonna win MVP because they wins, right? They're the only team that beat Kansas City. They did.
Bro, what I'm trying to tell you is no difference between Aaron Rodgers and Caleb Williams.
It is because one is 4 MVPs 16 years later, and one is rookie year coming in expected to take his team to the playoffs. And when they only win 4 games, you can't say, but he a rookie. You knew he was a rookie when you expected them to make the playoffs.
Comparable numbers. So
and one is
all
right. So one, what would you say about Aaron Rodgers?
Real quick.
You would say Aaron Rodgers is washed.
Real quick.
I want to just go back.
Talk about.
Can I ask you something real quick? Because you keep saying this. Like, who thought that the Bears was going to be better than the Packers, the Vikings, or the Lions?
So you telling me nobody in the NFL, no commentators, nobody predicted the Bears to make the playoffs? Nobody.
A bunch of bozos, maybe. But that's what you.
If I'm not mistaken, hold up. Now you telling me that Vegas didn't expect? I don't know for a fact. You telling me Vegas didn't have the Bears in the playoffs?
Now I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you a question because you're a gambler. I'm not. At the beginning of the year, did Vegas have the Bears in the playoffs or with more than 4 wins?
I just want to ask one question.
What's up?
What this got to do with week
Nah, this is Nero said he got cut off and he didn't hear what my answer was. I gave my answer. Now everybody mad at me. I'm saying Caleb Williams came into the season with wild expectations as a rookie. Now y'all telling me his numbers that's not living up to the expectations is good for a rookie. You knew he was a rookie when you put those expectations on him.
Well, we telling you what expectations was put on him. We thought he would win a few more games, maybe 6 or 7, but like.
And I'm telling you, you might have thought that, but other people, commentators that's on TV and have articles and stuff, had the Bears making the playoffs. Now you telling me it sounds stupid, but niggas had the Bears making the playoffs.
Nah,
I'm not the only. I'm not looking back and thinking that
Caleb
that's
Williams
it.
is not him. If it's not Jaden
Nah.
Daniels from Rookie of the Year,
It's not.
I
He's
just think
not
I
him.
just think you're not giving him enough
I
credit for a
mean,
3,400-yard season.
No.
So,
No one's saying he's better
I'm
than
saying
Jaden.
he's the
Because
third best rookie quarter. I'm not gonna sit here and give him credit for a 3,400-yard year when there's two other rookie quarterbacks that's having better years. And he's the third best rookie quarterback this year.
But you've been giving Lamar credit. You've been giving Lamar Jackson credit, and he just last year was the first time he even got to that threshold.
All right, so where's the 1,000 yards rushing that this QBR thing that you talk about that you love that takes rushing into account? That's why Lamar Jackson won MVPs because he was rushing. He was the first quarterback to ever rush for 1,000 yards. How many yards Caleb rushed for?
Is it fair to say that he's already passing better than Lamar Jackson?
No, because Lamar Jackson is about to have the best passing season in the history of the NFL. So is that what? But now you're saying he's better than him. So how?
7 years. What is Josh Allen in the 8th year?
So if you saying that he's better than Lamar Jackson at passing, he's better than Josh Allen at passing. Because Josh Allen has never had the best season in the history of the NFL.
For having a decent season.
Yeah, I'm not giving him credit for being the third best rookie quarterback when he was supposed to be a top 5 overall quarterback. Number 1 as a rookie, top 5 overall. They had him. A lot of people.
Yeah, he's from
Who
USC.
had him at top 5
see.
overall, Chuck? Like, what are you
Bro, I'm telling you, before the season, a lot of people had Caleb Williams.
Better than Lamar Jackson?
That's not.
Go ahead, make the list.
Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. They had him better than C.J. Stroud. They had him better than.
They said he was gonna be better than C.J. Stroud. They said, look at what C.J. Stroud. They said, look at what C.J. Stroud did.
Nobody said that, bro.
They said, look at what C.J. Stroud did. Caleb Williams is better than him, and he got better weapons.
Real quick.
Than C.J. Stroud this year.
That's what they were saying at the beginning of the year. He was gonna have a better rookie year than C.J. Stroud.
We gotta fact check that. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I just want to ask a question. What does this got to do with anything? Where does this stop?
Nah, we didn't even start off with the that's a wrap. We just jumped right into
it. Can we stand on business, please? Before this big turns to 2 a.m.
Out in the playoffs. It's time to get into this playoff preview. You know what I mean? Straight football. Let's go. NFL. What y'all thinking? Who y'all got in the playoffs? I know y'all got the.
You don't even know who's in yet.
Nah, we got a good idea though. There's a few people fighting for spots.
It still seems that it could shake up. So certain teams get in.
Up for grabs?
I think the only teams in the AFC the only spots locked in the AFC is 1, 2, and 4. Everything else is up for grabs.
So you telling me everyone ain't winning division?
Kansas City is locked in at 1. Buffalo is locked in at 2.
AFC North, I don't think it's 1 yet.
AFC North ain't locked up yet, and Houston is locked in at 4.
AFC North is not locked up, but you know the Ravens and most.
But they gonna be 3. The crazy thing is, whoever wins the North is gonna be 3.
Both in the playoffs. Like, what are we doing?
Whoever wins the North, did you not just hear what I said? Whoever wins the AFC, the winner of the AFC North is gonna be 3rd.
That'll die. They need a lot of help to get in. Outside of that, we know who's in. We don't know who's playing who yet. Say that, but we know what's going on. And we know what's going on both sides, too.
Yeah.
If
I don't know.
The Bengals get in, the Bengals could be a pick.
Only the last seeds is up for grabs. Everything else is pretty much.
NFC, we got Tampa and Atlanta fighting, but outside of that, all the spots is secured. Everybody knows who's in the playoffs in the NFC.
And like I said, the AFC is 1, 2, and 4.
And you described the scenario earlier when I asked both of y'all how do they get in. So that way we know those three
Yeah,
teams
pretty
have a
much
shot.
Broncos is the lead, but
Ain't no
They
pretty
control
much though.
their
That's
own
what I'm
easily
trying
destiny.
to say. Ain't no
easily
pretty
go to the
much. You
Bengals.
get
It is
is
pretty
it
much.
is what it is, and you
Any of
talk
those
about what
teams
it is.
that
There's no
that are pretty much
speculation. It is.
in it, you think they got
That's
a
it.
chance to win or something?
I don't know, but any given Sunday is what I know, and there's a slots that are still vacated.
Well, let me tell
That's
you how
it.
I see
What
it. In the
slots are vacant?
playoffs,
Tell me.
AFC wise, I got
But if people
Chiefs,
can still get in
Ravens,
after Sunday, then there's spots
the
vacated, bro.
Bills.
Yeah, so let's talk about it then. That's what we doing. Because that's the playoffs. That's who's getting in the playoffs. Who you got getting in?
I don't
I
know.
got I got I got the Broncos holding on to that last
I
spot.
answer, bro. Like,
You heard? Got the Broncos holding on to that last spot. I don't think Carson Wentz could do it. Yeah, I believe in Wentz. I believe in Love.
nah,
Now,
I told you though. I think Wentz is giving that up to them. I think the Chiefs is handing this game to the Broncos.
because they don't want the Bengals to get in or hurt something like that. But I don't know if I like that thinking.
Yeah, the Broncos could be as dangerous as the Bengals.
Yeah,
They
you
got
know
the
what I'm saying?
defense. Bengals got the offense. So I don't know how you know.
The
Yeah,
Chiefs gonna smoke the
I
Broncos.
still think it's gonna come down to you guys, the Bills. You got the Ravens. You know, you got the Chiefs, and then like I don't know.
I
possibly,
picked the Jets to
Honestly,
win
possibly the
this week,
Steelers.
but I see everything falling the way the Bengals needed to fall, except for the Jets beating the
Put it.
Dolphins.
Let me put it this
That's
way
gonna
for
keep
y'all, so we
the
can make it
Bengals
real
out of the
simple. As far
playoffs.
as AFC goes, I don't think Houston has a chance in going far. I don't think the Steelers got a chance of going that far, and I don't think the Chargers got a chance of going that far. The spot we don't know about could be Broncos, Bengals, or Dolphins. I don't think any of them have a chance either, and it's really just between the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills battling that out. So however y'all call it with that one. Now we go to the AFC side. It's kind of the same, except for the fact
NFC.
that the NFC, my bad. It's kind of the same, except for the fact that we don't really know what's going on with the Eagles and their injuries. We don't really know what's going on with the Lions if they're going to be able to hold up with all their injuries. We don't really believe in Sam Darnold, but he's balling. And who's the last team? The Bucks. We all believe in the Bucks in a way. So it's kind of, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I look at the NFC like it's gonna be a movie. You got the Bucks. You got the team that Chuck said could go to the Super Bowl in the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
What about
got
the Packers though?
then you got the Packers, Lions, and Vikings, which is insane. And then you got the Eagles. So it's just like I can see any of them teams going to the Super Bowl.
All right, well, let's do like I just did with the process of elimination. If the Bucks get in, you think they're going to the Super Bowl?
I think they got a chance. Yes.
And you think the Rams got a chance too? I think we think that
Rams is my Super Bowl pick.
Bucks.
The Rams is about to win the division, and they're gonna make a run
On
to
the
the Super Bowl. All right,
Right.
so if
I
they
think
in
it's
already, the Rams gonna make a run to the Super Bowl. They my NFC pick.
well, my
Remember where you
NFC
heard it
is
first.
I like the Eagles. I like the Rams. I like the Eagles and I like the Rams, but I can also see Detroit, and I can also kind of see the Bucks going winning a few games, but not going that far. So
My man Sam Darnold about to have his bye week. It's
Yeah, it
gonna be
always
him
comes.
versus the Rams.
Those matchups is gonna determine a lot.
Vikings Rams NFC Championship game.
so let me ask you
AFC
this:
Bengals.
If Donald gets the number one seed, that makes Detroit number two or Philly number.
Detroit
Five,
dropped to like 5.
Yeah, they wild card.
five. First wild
You
card.
can't be number 2 and not win your division. The first 3 spots is division winners,
First
no
four
matter what.
spots.
Right.
First 4 spots
Right.
is division winners.
So Detroit will be five and Philly will be two, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And and then the Rams will be three.
Yeah.
3 or 4. Depends.
Yeah. Who has a better
It's looking
record
like they'll be
between?
3. It's looking they'll likely be 3.
And then the Bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the playoff team. I mean, the wild card teams
Wild
will
card
be
is
Lions, Packers,
Packers,
and who?
The Redskins.
And the Skins.
Redskins, yeah,
All right.
Commodores.
Commanders.
Commodores. No more of that.
The Commanders, bro. Why you keep calling them Commodore 64s? Like,
Commanders, yeah, my fault.
You just called them Redskins. You mad I called them Commodores. Chill out, gang.
yeah, that's true.
What you mean? Redskins was their official name, at least. You making up a name.
Hopefully they go back.
Yeah, it's closer to the Commanders.
Disrespect. Don't disrespect them. They still got video games as the Redskins.
Yo, Commanders is a whack name. That's another story for another day. So the Commanders will play the Eagles in the first round. I see what you trying to get this breakdown. Commanders, Eagles. Then it would be Rams. Who's third? We said
6 Rams.
I mean, who's 6? Yeah, 3-6.
Packers.
Oh, easy W.
Packers,
for the Rams. Easy W.
Easy W for the Rams beating the Packers.
Easy W. Easy.
Bro, you see the better.
And then Tampa,
division. Why you
Detroit.
not thinking logically though? I don't think that's
What you mean not thinking like I think Stafford, Cooper, and Puka. I think they got enough weaponry. With McVay at the helm,
weaponry. I'm just saying.
Easy.
Why are you saying it's easy when?
Because I think
What
it's an
division
easy
is it?
matchup.
Then they don't even got 10 wins yet though.
Who?
These
Who?
Rams.
Did they play each
Yeah, they got
other?
10 wins.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah, come on, yo.
That was like
Chill out.
9-8.
Chill out, yo. I know you Green Bay, Missy. I know all that, but I
I'm
think
just saying
it's an easy win for them.
that division that we talk about, Vikings and
NFC North.
14, and how many games the Packers won? 11?
10, I think. So
I think 11.
Yeah, listen. I think that's easy work for McVay and Stafford. That's just my opinion. You mad at me?
11 and 5.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that being easy at all.
They all tough games. That's why I was saying every game is gonna be a great matchup in the NFC.
I don't think nobody that played the Packers is getting an easy matchup.
On the other side, I think
And I don't think nobody that played Commanders is getting an easy matchup either. And I don't think
not every game's gonna be tough. I'm telling you.
And I don't think nobody that plays the Bucks is getting an easy matchup. So
every game is.
I think the Bucks is gonna be easy work for.
I think the AFC you need.
Who would the Bucks be playing? The Lions?
That'd be easy games.
yeah.
Nah, not the Bucks would play the Lions. Easy work.
If Minnesota win the first seed.
Yeah, they would be playing the Lions or the Vikings. Easy work for either one of them in Tampa.
Definitely not.
You saw what happened to them in the second round last year. They got through Philly last year because Philly was going through some stuff. It was funny. It was funny business in Philly last year, end of the year and into the playoffs. So Tampa caught them at the right time and got out of the first round. And when they got to the second round, with the level of play that's going to be in the NFC playoffs this year from the first round, it was easy work. Who they lost to in the second round last year? Detroit. They had to lose to somebody that made it to the NFC Championship. So it was Detroit or San Fran. And it was easy work for one of them. And that's how I feel. That's what I feel is going to happen this year in the first round. Because I don't see no team stumbling in the playoffs in the NFC. Philly stumbled, bumbled, and fell ass backwards into the playoffs last year, and Tampa caught them at the right time. Y'all disagree?
I agree with that.
I don't even remember that matchup, so I don't know.
That was the matchup after Philly was going 1-6, finishing the season 1-6.
I would say they fumbled and stumbled into the playoffs.
Stumbled, and bumbled into the playoffs, 1-6, and Tampa caught them as they should. You beat the team in front of you. I ain't mad at them, but they got a very similar team this year. No big additions, no big subtractions, and who they play, who who's bumbling into the playoffs in the NFC this year. You got want me to be logical? Let's go, baby. Drop that logic on them just. Now they stuck.
Who's fumbling? Who's
Nobody. Everybody coming into the playoffs strong. That was their point.
That's a fact. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So Tampa, I think, could be easy work for anybody. And Green Bay, I just think that'll be easy for the Rams. I think it's a good matchup for the Rams. And that's just my opinion. Green Bay could win that game, though. Don't get it twisted. This is the playoffs. They get an 11-win team.
I got Green Bay if they play each other, but I don't think they.
I like the Rams because of their experience. They still got a Super Bowl coach and a Super Bowl quarterback over there. This would be Love's second time in the playoffs. I mean, logic, just big logic, not the little one.
Yeah, if Tampa wasn't stumbling to get in, so I don't.
No, Tampa wasn't stumbling. Tampa came in strong in the playoffs last year. They coming in the playoffs strong this year. Hey, that's my point is every team is. And the reason they got their playoff win last year is because the team they caught stumbled into the playoffs. There's none of that happening this year. So if you're gonna be logical, who's stumbling in?
Either Tampa or the Falcons. That's why that's the only thing that we talking about that's not settled. Outside of that, everything's settled.
But Tampa can't play Tampa, so.
Tampa and Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta could get in. He's trying to say, and if
That's what I'm saying. So either way, one of them is stumbling to get in.
If Atlanta get in, that's just Atlanta get in. Whoever's playing them, that's a bye. That's a mini bye.
What I'm telling you is that Tampa's the stronger team, but
yeah, I give Tampa a shot against anybody. I'm just saying it'll be harder than it was last year.
It's not, but what I'm saying is they're not rolling in like how you saying. But like, they're not even going to be the last seed.
Pause. Let me try to fix it.
Yeah, let's get. So yeah, that's the NFC. Let's touch on the AFC side now. How y'all feeling about that?
I think the Bills got matchup, like I was saying.
What would be the situation there? You got Kansas City locked up at 1, Bills locked up at 2. We got Ravens, Steelers still fighting for 3.
One of them's gonna lock that up.
4 is gonna lock that up. 4 is locked up by the Texans.
And then 5, 6 is between the Chargers.
5, 6 is between the Chargers, Ravens, and Steelers. Because if the Ravens lose, the Steelers win, and the Chargers win, they'll all have 11 wins fighting for that 5th seed.
I don't believe the Ravens is losing to the Browns, right?
And they started Zappy. The Browns started Zappy.
I don't think they're losing the Ravens. So, like I said, I would give them the 3rd seed. I will put.
Let's say Ravens 3. Yeah.
Houston 4. Chargers 5. No, Steelers 5. Chargers 6.
That depends too, because like I said, if the Steelers and Chargers both win, they both got 11 wins, and it's all about the tie break. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't even know. I got to lie.
It's looking like Bills versus Broncos, or Bills versus Bengals, or Bills versus.
That last spot is up for grabs between the Dolphins, Broncos, and Bengals.
If we play the Dolphins, we smacking them. Y'all know that.
I think the NFL wants the Bengals matchup, but y'all gonna get the Broncos matchup, and I think that y'all got it for the Broncos. So I think y'all want to see the Broncos too.
So wait, if it's the Broncos, Bengals, and I think y'all might get the Dolphins, and I think y'all might clap them. Who do the Dolphins play?
You.
Because they gotta win too.
They play y'all.
They play us. I think, yeah, I said it too. I think the Dolphins might beat us.
They ain't beat us. They coming up to the pole. We're gonna finish.
I hope we beat them. I hope we beat them. We should beat them.
Go out with a bang.
For seeding purposes, we lose to the Dolphins. The Bengals win.
The Dolphins just need the Broncos to lose and then they in if they win.
Yep.
They gotta win too.
They do got a reasonable.
They gotta win too. They gotta win too.
Yeah, they gotta win and they need that one thing to happen. I think they needed two things to happen.
Nah, the Broncos need two things. Dolphins need one. No, Bengals need two things. Dolphins need one thing. Broncos is in control of their own destiny. Winning they in.
Yeah. I think Broncos, Bills, Ravens. Who the Ravens
got the best odds for sure.
Broncos got the best odds. I think it's gonna be the Dolphins.
They're gonna have to pay the Chargers.
Back the Dolphins.
Chargers or the Steelers.
Ravens Chargers. Another hardball bowl in the first round.
Chargers, yeah. And then
that's it. That's gonna. The Ravens gonna win that.
I would give it to the
Ravens, but it's gonna be interesting.
But that would be a good one.
Steelers, Houston.
Steelers, Texans. Steelers could definitely win that game. That's like a bucket. That's like the Buccaneers versus the Eagles last year situation.
If Russell played like he was playing in the middle of the season, they got a great chance.
Yeah, all it takes is a couple of those.
Play like he been playing these last month of the season.
Let Russ
cook. They at their best when they got Justin Fields coming in.
Let Russ cook and rush the ball.
They could go with that formula.
I'm saying Tomlin's going to show up too. Let's not act like we don't know Tomlin's not going to be ready for the playoffs.
Najee Harris had 13 carries, 70-something yards last week. Get that man 20-plus carries a game going into the playoffs. Ground and pound.
Everything I'm hearing, y'all think the Steelers is out of the top three teams? You think they're the most dangerous team then?
Ooh.
Steelers, the team outside of the top three.
Steelers, Houston.
Sounds like that's what y'all was leaning to, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think that I thought before they went on this little losing skid that they was. I mean, right there, I thought they was gonna have the spot.
I trust their defense.
Getting wild card, but let them all battle back.
I think the Texans would be my choice, but I think the Steelers realistically is the choice. I want to say the Texans though.
I don't know who's injured on the Texans. I think they lost Tank Dell.
Oh yeah, that's why the Texans are sucking it up lately. I keep forgetting that. All right, so yeah, I would go with the Steelers.
But they lost Tank, I told you.
Yeah, they lost. They two of their top three. I know they only got either Tank or Nico. One of them.
They got Nico. They lost Tank.
All right, so they don't got Tank and they don't got Stephon.
Yeah, nah. So all right, so I think the Steelers could be a dog push candidate.
I call them Stephon and just instead of Steph Diggs.
It seems like we're looking for a clash of the Titans between the top three. Maybe them and the Steelers make the Final Four. We'll see what happens.
The Bengals get in. They definitely the most dangerous team. That changes everything. Because then y'all play the Bengals the first round, and the winner of that game is like really a big threat. And yeah, that changes the whole dynamic right there. The Bengals.
Yeah, but we hearing Chiefs is going to try to let the Broncos win. Just so
they said everybody the Chiefs as they should, but. Carson, baby.
Well, I'm saying next week we'll get into the end of the season. It was a great season. We'll start talking more about that. Talking about the long journey the whole year. But
yeah, shout out to the MVP, Josh Allen, baby.
Yeah, shout out to
all the naysayers wrong.
Shout out to that MVP race. We're gonna have to get more into that next week too, because the season's over and it's probably be that time. So you're gonna hear more about the MVPs, who we picking for our MVP picks. I already know who Nero's picking, so we'll get more into me and Chuck's picks. Jess is gonna pick Josh too. So a lot of MVP talk, and I know you fellas are excited for playoffs. and real football
Big
starts.
playoff action. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is where
It's
the
unfortunate that
starts.
me and Chuck won't be joining in real football this year, but you know what I mean? That's how it goes football any given Sunday, baby. Signing off, fellas.
Next year. It's always next year.
Yo,
Go Bills.
I don't know what it is.
Yes,
Str8
sir.
Sports.
See y'all next week. Hit
Tune
that
in,
like button,
subscribe,
subscribe.
Have a good night.
All right.
Yo, Nero, I cursed at the 39-minute mark in the last joint. Somewhere around 39 minutes. Boom. I said,
You was burning in the beginning of this segment too, right?
we